welcome to Rosy Crafted Colours. Today I'm going to be taking part in a tag created by the wonderful Emma Colours 2020. It's her first ever YouTube tag and I think it's a great one. It's really fun and it's called hashtag Colouring Discoveries of 2020, and colouring is spelt with the U because Emma is English like me. So it is a really fun tag. There's 6 questions to it, and each question has most questions have more than one part. So I am gonna get on with that. So what are your 5 favourite new colouring supplies of 2020? Now, as I've explained before, I'm very new to colouring. So I started my colouring Instagram on the 24th of December last year. So mostly everything I've bought has been new to me. So some of my new exciting things are probably not very new and exciting for other people, but I've chosen some things that I couldn't really live without first. So my first thing is something that Emma featured, and it's the Tagal multi-sharpener. Now, I didn't see the point in this for a while. I saw that people had them and I saw people do little reviews on them, and I thought, you know, I don't really see why I need one. But then when I had my Prismas, I realised that you couldn't really sharpen your Prismas to a long, fine point. And I had this Derwent pastel sharpener, which is a little bit more of a shallow sharpener, but it is made for the Derwent pastel pencils, so it's for a thicker pencil. So I was using that, but it wasn't sharpening the pencils smoothly. You know, they're for a different type of pencil. So I decided to give this a go, and I love it. It's brilliant for my Prismas. I'm going to order myself a new one because I think they're really great, because I don't want to not have one when it blunts. I try to use it for my best pencils, but I do use it for other ones too. So that is my first purchase that I am pleased with, is my Tagal multi-sharpener, because you can change the lengths of, you know, the sort of width of your sharpening with them. It's a really clever little sharpener. My second item, whoops, things are trying to escape, is my Derwent electric eraser. I do use a large eraser on the main parts of my pictures if it gets a bit messy, but this is brilliant for getting into those little nooks that you just can't get into with a proper eraser. So yeah, I really like this. You can really get into little sharp fine points, and I've seen people use this to make bokeh backgrounds, which is really cool. Really love that. My next is item that I couldn't be without, and it's my Derwent pencil extenders. So when my pencils are getting small, they go in here, and I have this one fits, you know, your regular pencils. This fits your Inktense that are a little bit wider, and there's wider pencils. I do have some cheap Amazon ones as well, but these ones are much better because once you've tightened these, I can sharpen the pencils that are in them. With the Amazon ones, they spin in those ones, but they're good if I'm colouring a lot of, I've got a lot of small pencils that need extending. But yeah, these I couldn't live without because, you know, the amount of pencils I've whittled down this year has been many. So yeah, these. Brilliant, great items. My next item is all these lovely, beautiful Posca pens. Now, I love Posca pens. I just think they're really beautiful. I really want more. I'm going to have to get myself some more. I've got 2 different widths, but I know they do more widths than I have. I think they're wonderful for, you know, doing little backgrounds and adding little accents. Yeah, I never had an accident with Posca pens until recently, and when this pink spilt onto my page, but luckily my black Posca pen came to the rescue and fixed that for me. So my Posca pens are definitely one of my favourite purchases this year, and my favourite coloured one is this coral because it's a very fun colour, and I love this aqua as well. I actually got these from Scrawler Boxes. I didn't purchase these myself. They came from a subscription box, but I have purchased these and I do need some more. I realised I didn't have a red at Christmas and a true green, and I really want those. So those are my 4 first ones. And then my last one is one of my biggest colouring purchases I've ever bought, and it is my Prismacolors. My Prismacolor pencils. I bought a small set and I loved them. And then I was lucky enough that my partner offered to buy me the 120 set. They're brilliant pencils. They are my favourite pencils, which, well, actually, they're my favourite pencils at the moment. But my partner bought me a set of 12 Luminants for Christmas, and wow, those pencils are beautiful. So this is, I almost have the full set now, because every so often I'll buy myself the ones to fill the set. So I've almost got the 150, except I just can't get hold of Deco Yellow. But yeah, I love these pencils. They're smooth and beautiful. Absolutely wonderful pencils. So that was my top 5 new colouring supplies of 2020. So the next question that Emma is asking us is, what are your 5 favourite book purchases of 2020? So my favourite book purchases are here. Ugh, heavy. I've got lots of piles of stuff around me. My first one should be no surprise. It's a Denise Collette book, and it's Her Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. This is by far my favourite book of hers. I think it's super duper fun, super cheerful. I just think it's adorable, so cute. And do you know what? I haven't even coloured that many pages in it, which is awful because I really love this book. So I need to get on with colouring some more. And I did purchase it in January. It just says up here. So I could do with getting some more pages done here because I do love that book. My next book is a new purchase that I purchased off Etsy, and it is the World Heritage Book of Eries. I'm not quite remembering the name. Obviously it is in Japanese characters and I can't read that. I haven't coloured a picture in here, but I am doing a buddy colour along with a lovely friend of mine on Instagram, Marion, I think her name is pronounced Marion, and she is a really lovely girl. She's from the north of England. I live in the north of England too. So yeah, we are going to be colouring. I haven't started it yet, but I'll show you what we're going to be colouring together because I'm so excited about colouring in it. She let me choose the picture and I chose Emma's tea room. So yeah, I'm going to be colouring this in with my lovely friend Marion from Instagram. So that was my second book purchase of the year. My third is this Hannah Carlson one, which is the Summer Nights one, which is my favourite Hannah Carlson book. I think this one is super magical, super magical. I haven't coloured much in it, which you will find with most of my books, having only been colouring for a year, really. It's hard to, I don't have the time to colour lots of pictures in, and I am quite a slow colourist, so I don't get a lot coloured in, and I do own an obscene amount of colouring books. Yeah, I'm that person that buys every single colouring book that comes out. Just love my colouring books. But yeah, Summer Nights by the wonderful artist Hannah Carlson. And my next one is Fairy Touch of Magic by Carla Markova. This book is one of my most favourite books. It's absolutely stunning. I hope to finish it one day. I've coloured a few pictures in here. I think I've coloured 2 or 3. Two. I think I've coloured 2. And I was setting myself a sort of New Year's resolution to colour one page every week, every month from a Carla Markova book, because they are pricey books and I should make the most of them, because I own 3 of them. I've only coloured in 2 of them. I feel like at some point there is going to be a crash of books, so just, there's a big bang, don't worry, it's just my books. And my last favourite book of the year that I've bought is the Creature Feature book. Oh, there's something on my book there. The Creature Feature book by Alan Robert, The Beauty of Horror 4. And this is the one that takes inspiration from horror films and sci-fi films. A really, really cool book. Really love this book. I have coloured in a few pages from here. So I've coloured in this Chucky one with Woody and the Good Guys box that Chucky does come in from in the films, because I do love the Chucky films. I love the Child's Play films. But yeah, there's a great variety of like pop culture films. If you're into your films, your horror films especially, this is a book for you. I've got to finish this as well. But colouring this metal was very time consuming, so I'd like to get this done. I think this is when I started the book, this date, which I thought was a good little thing to do. So yeah, we go. That was my 5th book, and it was Alan Roberts' Beauty of Horror 4. Oh, I've got quite a little pile there that's ready to fall. And then what is the one most precious colouring supply or colouring book you never use because it's too special? So there was 3, and I've started using 2 of them, and I've just mentioned it before. This is the one Carla Markova book that I haven't coloured in yet, and all 3 of her books are super precious to me because they are not cheap books. They cost quite a lot of money, and they are good quality books. So I have this huge feeling of intimidation when I sit down to colour one of her pictures. Her artwork is beautiful. I just don't want to ruin a page. And I know that's really silly, but I think a lot of us are intimidated by artists' work. But when you've spent so much money on a book, you should definitely use it, definitely. You know, so I'm going to have a little flick and show you. I'm sure most people have seen this book. There's lots of flip throughs on YouTube of these books, and a lot of people do know her books quite well. So yeah, this isn't my favourite of her books. I would say Fairy Touch of Magic is my favourite, her most recent one. And I love Fairy Celebrations as well. That's the other 2 books that I own of hers. But it is a gorgeous book still. Absolutely beautiful. Her art style is so gorgeous. I love this. Look at this mermaid. And she's looking at the colouring book with them. It's one of her other colouring books, I think, in that picture. I'm sure it is. But yeah, her art style's very whimsical, very beautiful. So, and I've found so far all the pencils I've used in her books have worked really well. So I've used Black Widow, Arteza and Prismacolor, and all 3 have worked really nicely in this book. So this is my one precious colouring supply or book that I never use because it's too special, but I'm going to get over that this year, and I'm going to use this book. Sorry about that. So the next one is name 5 new YouTube channels or YouTubers that you're most glad to have discovered this year, and why. Now this one is so hard, Emma. It's so hard because I'm new to YouTube and I'm new to colouring, and I found so many wonderful colourists this year on YouTube. I watch a lot of ColourTube. You know, there's so many. I watch Danny Buttons, Kate's Colour in Heaven, Colour Me Stress Free, Colouring with Colour with Claire, Peter Hewitt. Oh, I watched such a variety of colourists, so it was really hard to narrow it down. And please don't think if I don't mention you that I don't love you. Honestly, this was the hardest question because I love so many colourists. So my first colourist I chose is Emma Colours 2020, and it's not just because she mentioned me and was so lovely about me in her video. Emma, you're just so sweet, you're so kind. Emma's videos I really enjoy. I love the kind of videos she chooses to put up on her channel. I think she is a very down-to-earth, very friendly soul. I just really enjoy her videos. It's like having a friend chatting to you. And she colours beautifully too. I really love her. I really do. She's a friend I haven't met. She's very encouraging of my channel, which is really lovely of her. I found some new colouring books from her channel that I wouldn't have found before. I've even found some pencils that I probably wouldn't have found without her channel. So yeah, Emma Colours 2020. She's a wonderful person. We chat here and we chat on Instagram sometimes. And I really do think of her as a friend. Hopefully, she thinks the same too, because it's going to be weird for her if she listens to my video and she's like, I don't think of you as a friend. And I'm sitting here saying, she's my best friend. Yeah, so Emma Colours 2020 is my first. My second is the absolutely lovely Imogen from Colouring Kid. I love her videos and she is the sweetest girl and she's so young and talented, and I love the pictures she colours beautiful Carla Markova book pages. They are gorgeous. They are like beautiful, and I really love seeing her pictures in her Ivy and the Ink Butterfly book. She's doing her second one and it's gorgeous. She's a really good colorist. I really enjoy her videos very much, and she recently tagged me, which was really nice of her too, on her 10 books to finish tag that she did, her version of it, and that was really kind of her. So thank you so much, Imogen. That really meant a lot to me. It was really sweet of you to mention me in your videos, and she's lovely. She's newly on Instagram, which I really love because I get to see her pictures, and really she's a very sweet girl. I really love her, and I can't wait to see how she progresses because her colouring is amazing already and she's so young. She can only get better. So yeah, Imogen of Colouring Kid. I'm really sorry, I'm going to gush because I love the colouring community. I really do. So my third one is Jamie's Colouring Love. Now, I haven't long found her. I think I found her in December, maybe at the end of November. I really enjoy her videos. She likes the Denise Collette books too, like I do. And she did a mermaid picture in the mermaid book. I can't think of the Mermaids in Paradise book. And I really liked it. And I think one day I'm going to sit down and colour along that picture with her. She did it for the Buddy Colour-a-thon that was hosted by, I think, Danny Buttons and a few other YouTubers hosted it together. But yeah, I love her videos. She's a lovely, friendly person. It's very sweet, very nice. And I really enjoy the content she puts up. Her pictures are beautifully coloured. Yeah, she's a lovely person and very sweet. And one of her last videos I thought was really, really cute because her son got up in the night, and hearing her talk to her son was really lovely. She's obviously a very caring and loving parent too. So yeah, Jamie's Colouring Love. My fourth one is, I'm going to probably say her name wrong, Amberelle Silencia, and I'm really sorry if I just completely butchered your name. I definitely did. Her YouTube channel I really love. I love the types of videos she puts up. So she's done videos where it's the like books that she hasn't coloured in her book, like her shame, you know, I should have coloured these books, and you know, and all those types of videos that I really enjoy. I think they're really fun, and I absolutely really do love her channel. I think it's a really great channel. So when her videos come up, I'm straight over there watching them. And she's also another YouTuber who is very friendly, very kind and sweet. Yeah, the thing with the colouring community is that everyone is so nice. I haven't met one person who hasn't been encouraging, hasn't been friendly. It's a wonderful community to be part of, and I will sing its praises with my last breath. I love the colouring community. So Amberelle Silencia. I'm gonna have her name on the video because I am not quite sure how to say it, but she's wonderful, very talented. Please go check her out. Go check out all the ones I'm telling you about because I love them. You might probably know them already, but yeah. So my fifth one is Colourfully Optimistic. I'm really sorry, I don't know her name, but her YouTube and Instagram name is Colourfully optimistic, but I have chatted to her a few times and she's really friendly. She's really nice. I love her videos. She's just recently done videos where she showed, I think it was the new Ohuhu markers, and that was nice and interesting to see. She colours beautifully, and I really love seeing her work on Instagram too. She's a really lovely person. I believe she may be Canadian, I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know where people are from. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I hope like that I haven't put my foot in my mouth or insulted her in some way. But she is a wonderful colorist. I really enjoy her videos. A very sweet person, very kind, very friendly. So yeah, that is my 5th person, colourfully optimistic. But as I said, there could be handfuls more. Absolutely. There's so many and I wish I could say more, but I'm going to be really good. Oh, and just stick to the 5. Emma, that was the hardest question, definitely, by far. So name 3 artists that you have discovered in 2020. So 3 artists. I've discovered a lot of artists in 2020 because I am new to colouring. So these are the 3 artists that I'm not going to say that I'm the most happy of finding, because there are others too that I'm just as happy as finding, but I had to do 3. So Jasmine Beckett Griffith is one because her artwork is beautiful. And this is another artist that I have coloured something in here. There we go. This is another artist that I am intimidated by the work of. So I haven't coloured much of her work. I think I've coloured 3 pictures altogether of her art, but her art style is very beautiful. It's a little bit Halloween-y, which I like. I love spooky things. So yeah, Jasmine Beckett Griffith is an artist that I'm really pleased to have found, and I'm hoping to get a lot more of her pictures coloured in this year. So the next one is Mystic Mirror Arts, and what is her real name? Christina Glorious Ink, and she is a tattoo artist, and I'm really pleased I found her work. I haven't coloured in her books. They're like the Carla Markova books. They're like precious to me because I really love them. But I really need to just colour one. I just need to just get in there and colour a picture, because I think as soon as I do, I'll be colouring loads of them. Her artwork is so beautiful. Really gorgeous. And this was on my top 10 books to finish. So I actually need to colour in it to finish it. So my last artist that I'm pleased to have found is Denise Collette. Now, my favourite book of hers is Gnomes in the Neighbourhood, but I thought I'd show another one. So here we go. It's a beautiful book as well, just like the Gnomes in the Neighbourhood one. This one's a little bit more fine detail, but I have coloured a few pages in here. Let's see if I can find them. Here's one. But I do love her art style. It's very fun, and I really have enjoyed colouring the pictures I've coloured in here. I think I've just coloured the 3, but yeah, her artwork I really love. It just makes me smile, especially the Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. That's my absolute favourite. So the last question is, show your 6 favourite colouring pages that you completed in 2020, and it doesn't mean specifically your best, it means your favourite. So my first favourite picture is this one. Hopefully my light's not going to cause too much of a glare on it. I coloured this in Arteza, and it is the Rockstar Princess in the Fantasy Princesses special, which is Jasly Arts for Colouring Heaven. And this, I'm really happy with this. I coloured this picture with my teenage self in mind. I was definitely a little gothy emo girl, and I have had my hair all of these colours, not all at the same time, but I have as a child and as I was younger, and I just wanted to colour something that represented me. And I definitely had a hoodie that said rock and had a red square, like rectangle like that as well. So, and I really used to love like pink and aquas and stuff when I was that age. So yeah, that is my first favourite picture that I've coloured in 2020. So my next picture is this one, which I think is one of the best pictures I've ever coloured. Oh, we've had a we've had a fall down of some books. I knew it would happen. So this is the Schools and Stars picture in Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Halloween colouring book, and I really love it. I think I've coloured it really well, and I'm really happy with it. My favourite part is her hair. That hair colour I think is really lovely, and this was coloured as well with Arteza pencils, which are some of my favourite pencils. You know, I love them. So yeah, I'm really happy with this picture. So my next picture is a Clara Markova picture, and it is from Fairy Celebrations, and it is this one of this girl having a little strawberry picnic with these 3 dragons, and I coloured this in Prismacolor, and I used Colour Yard gel pens. I don't know if you're going to pick up any sparkle, but there is a little bit of sparkle from the Colour Yard gel pens here and in the flowers. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this page. I started it a very, very long time ago, but I only finished it in November. I coloured the girl, and then I stopped. I was really frightened of ruining the page, and I owned this book for quite a while before I even put a pencil to the paper. I was so intimidated, as I've said, by Carla's beautiful artworks. Her art is just stunning, but I am getting over that. I'm going to just make myself colour in her books, because what a waste of colouring books not to colour in them. So my next one is my most liked page on Instagram, and hopefully it'll all fit in. Yeah, I think it does just about all fit in. And it is this page from Anamorphia. And again, this, sorry about the noise. Again, this is also an Arteza pencil coloured page, and it's Kirby Roseanne's Anamorphia, and I really love it. So it's a Komodo dragon, and I searched for pictures of Komodo dragons, and I found this Komodo dragon and tried to colour it as similar as I could. And then I chose a colour palette for all the little things, and I think it really worked, because I chose a colour palette, and it's really like ties it together, and I really love this. And like I said, it is my most liked picture on Instagram, and I'm really, really proud of it. And I coloured it for a colour along run by B2NA1N Beth on Instagram, and it was her hashtag Lizard Along, which was her January colour along, and it was the first colour along I participated in. And yeah, I'm really proud of this picture. It's a big one, and I'm super proud of it. So my next one is this one, and I really love this one. It is Stitching Heart by it's in the Dark Fantasy Special by Enes Guerrero, and the minute I saw this picture, I saw Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. So I decided to take inspiration from Sally and colour it as much as I could like her. But I wanted to brighten it up, because Sally isn't as bright blue as this, but I'm so pleased with it. I think it turned out really well. I'm so happy with it. And it's one of my earlier colourings as well. Yeah, this is one of my absolute favourite pictures I've ever coloured. I would say it's probably my favourite, to be honest. I'm so happy with it, like really super happy with it. So yeah, that is one of my favourite pages I've ever coloured. And the last one is another one that was done in January, and it is from Whimsy Girls at Work by Hannah Lynn, and this was the first buddy colour I ever did, and it is the movie star one, and I wanted my movie star to look like a beautiful Bollywood star, so I tried to make her have a beautiful brown toned skin, and I tried to think of Indian colours of, you know, clothes, and I tried to think of this as a sari, even though she isn't really wearing it as a sari. So I tried to do some Indian dual tones, and I really love this page. It's definitely one of my favourites. Yeah, she just looks super glamorous, doesn't she? Yeah, I'm really pleased with this page. So that was my top 6 colouring pages completed in 2020. If you have watched this video all the way through, thank you very much. It's been quite a long one, really, but I want to say thank you to Emma because I really loved taking part in this colouring tag. Now, I don't usually tag people because my channel's still fairly small, even though I've had a big spike in subscribers recently. So thank you so much to anyone who's subscribed. So I will tag Imogen of Colouring Kid and Jamie of Jamie's Colouring Love and Colourfully Optimistic. And I would like to tag Debbie, and I can't think of what her channel's called. I will write her channel on here because I've forgotten the name. My mind is just gone, but I would like to tag her. If you don't want to take part, don't worry, but please think about taking part because I found this really fun. Emma created a really great tag. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please go check out Emma's, I'll link it below, and thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best, most positive, beautiful new year. Bye!